What is going on, Atlanta Falcon fans? Man, y'all know who it is. It's your boy Antoine Smith, Smith Sports Machine. I got to stop in right quick and give recognition to two Atlanta Falcons, two young stars. And even though Bijan is in his third year, he's still a young superstar. And a lot of people at this time are calling him one of the best players in the league. But I got to give a shout out to both of these guys, man, as they're coming off huge accomplishments given by the NFL every month. One veteran on each side of the ball, and one rookie on each side of the ball that they do every month. And the Falcons had two of those guys, and I'm gonna just start it off, man. Xavier Watts, rookie third round pick, number 96. And honestly, y'all, I still don't know how the hell he fell to number 96 in the draft, because early in draft projection, he was expected to go late round one, early round two. And he has that talent out of Notre Dame. He's one of those multi-talented players that really played on both sides of the ball. He was a former wide receiver, a former linebacker, and a safety. And when you look at the versatile pieces that the Falcons have, he's one of those guys. Divine Diablo, who they brought in as a free agent, he's another one. But as Xavier Watts, man, the way he covers field is pretty much is incredible, man. You talk about a safety that can play in the box, as I told y'all, one that can get after the quarterback. He also plays special teams. So any way you can use this type of talent, I think you have to do that. And early on, 22 tackles, 4 pass defense, and 2 interceptions. And I think both of those were game-winning interceptions, I'm not mistaken. So when you look at what he brings to the Falcons, he brings versatility to the position, something that we haven't had in a while. And to me, I think, honestly, this is the best safety we've had. And there's no knock to William Morris, no knock to Thomas Deku, or none of these guys. But a guy named Scott Case, and a lot of y'all might not have watched Scott Case, but me being an OG fan, Scott Case was that dude, man. He would knock your block off back there. And Scott Case was actually a cornerback before he switched to safety. But he's probably one of the better covering safeties back in the day. He ended his career with the Cowboys, and I want to say he won a Super Bowl ring. But this is the type of talent that Xavier Watts has, having that mentality of a wide receiver, being able to read the field, have that mental toughness of a linebacker, being able to help against the run. And as y'all see, he plays zone very good. And like he said in a recent interview, he just likes to track the football and, make plays and force turnovers. And that's the type of mindset you have to have as a young defensive player in this league. But I think Xavier Watts is one of those special players that I think the Falcons are going to have to keep around a long time. He's playing on the side of another veteran, Jesse Bates, who he's modeling his game after. So imagine a guy that can cover, play man, and play like a linebacker when it comes playing the run. So shout out to him for winning Rookie of the Month, man. He definitely deserved it. And anything that the Falcons coaching staff asked him to do, he does. And I'm sure Jerry Gray is he's very satisfied with the way that he's coming along, because Jerry Gray, as I told y'all, is one of the better defensive back coaches in the league. And shout out to Xavier Watts. I'm sure this other guy doesn't need an introduction, man. Bijan Robinson was just that dude from day one. And a lot of Falcon fans were kind of disappointed when we took Bijan at the number 8 pick a couple of years ago. And the reason why I had no problem with it, and I know we needed defense at the time, I knew he was a dynamic talent and a dynamic running back that the Falcons have never had. And it's no not Gerald Riggs, Michael Turner, none of these guys. But when you have a Marshall Faulk type talent at the running back position, you got to take a chance. And Michael Turner, Gerald Riggs, William Andrews, and all these guys, they were power backs. Falcons had a lot of those. Jamal Anderson. I can keep going and going, but to have a speedy, elusive, Marshall Faulk type talent, Falcons had never had that. And along came Bijan Robinson. Last year, over 1,400 yards, 14 touchdowns. He did his thing last year, nearly had 2,000 yards from scrimmage. So I think he's going to be even better this year. But even after a slow start, in 2 of the 3 games, he was held in check. But he still ended up with 314 yards rushing and 270 yards receiving, and a touchdown receiving and rushing. And he's one of the few young running backs that y'all seen on the previous video that has accomplished his feat in the last, I think, decade or so. So a guy like this is only going to get better and they're going to need it, man, because this tough ass schedule that they have coming up, Buffalo, San Francisco. I mean, they have some very tough game, the Rams. So a guy like Bijan is needed, man. And as I told y'all, workhorse running backs are pretty much uh, non-existent anymore. Now they do try it, but I think him and Tyler Algier are going to work well off each other. And I think if they keep Algier, um, Bijan is only going to get better because he's taking a lot of the strain off his legs, giving him time to rest. So you can see big 200-yard games from Bijan very soon, because a guy like this is only going to get better. And you look at it, man, 584 yards from scrimmage already in just 4 games. Come on, man, he's only going to get better at this point. But I expect those touchdown numbers to go up, and I also expect for him to go over 1,000 yards rushing, and probably the way it's looking now, 700 yards receiving. And honestly, I don't know the last running back to do that, but by the end of the year, I'm sure I'll be gonna figure it out. But those are my two quick topics, man. Bijan Robinson and Xavier Watts win 2 major awards. I think it's well deserved, man. Bijan Robinson and Xavier Watts earned these awards, man. I think it's well deserved. Xavier Watts is a rookie, also rookie defensive player of the month. It's big for him. I think it keeps him in the rookie defensive player of the year conversation. And I think they have Jalen Walker and James Pierce in that conversation as well when it comes to defensive player of the year for rookies. So if you just think about what they've done this offseason, man, and Billy Bowman as well, and we're not going to leave him out. But they have legit contenders for defensive rookie of the year. But I think Xavier Watts is a little bit ahead of those guys because he's been showing his ass the first 4 games. Bijan Robinson, off to a slow start in that first game, and that third game against Carolina, he still put up numbers, but I think he's only going to get better and get stronger as the season go on. But both of these guys definitely deserve these awards. But y'all know what to do, man. Drop those comments in the comment box and let me know what y'all think about both of these guys winning an award. Let's get it, Falcons, going into week 5. Falcons off this week. They'll be back against Buffalo in week 6. And let's hit the ground running. With both of these guys, I think the Falcons have a chance to win every football game this year. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop those comments, and I'm going to holler at y'all soon, man. Peace.